Kansabe ekirala. Waliwo yatugamba wamambo nsobola okugamba omuntu sizaalangako nga nina abaana nga bali wa jjajja. So ati abasajja tebagala bakazi bazaddeko.
Ate abalina be batayagala abazaddeko nowadays kiri common.
Kati
yalina omwana naye anoonya akazi
atazaalangako.
kati nze leka yani agenda omuwala.
Mbu wamambo kuno ku nipo yange kuliko mbu ringi. Simanyi nda kubeera asobola okukebera nipo yange n'alaba ono yazaalako. That's what I said. And you remember, then you know one day we were interviewing a doctor, and then when the man said mbuku ring ku nipples, Dodo and I rushed to check our boobs. You remember that time? Like we rushed, but is it true? Mbono the rings show. I
don't think. We have stages of this black areola, that part in pregnancy. When I'm examining a mother, I can see now first trimester I expect it to look like this, second trimester I expect it. Never I on someone and it returns to normal. How would they be different?
Hey, it returns.
There is only one way. There is only one way we find out as about if someone has given birth before, not even giving birth, conceived before.
Yes.
Yeah, but physical reaches.
Conceived, I think. Okay, conceived, I think that is the word. But especially about Jamile and Buto. Oh, okay.
Good to go. Welcome to Love Life. And Doreen, Dodo, Bino Baby. Then we have another lovely, wonderful guest in our midst. Bino Baby will do the honors, yeah? And before we dive into the whole intro, knowing the guest, I'm going to go to Mukazi or your Musasi.
I'm fine, how are you?
Lipstick, eh? Anti munene katinoonya yampaka mat akatavaako naye yakampa agenda kukakiba what people say, Dodo, we need to write a present list, like if somebody's going to give you present. Then that's what they do.
So we're not put a lipstick specifically matte. Thank you so much. Ever do take?
Bagamba tebabikola bati ebweru bagamba oli akuwali ne bakugamba n'edduuka mw'osobola ogenda n'ogula so temugula bintu byebimu
bagatako n'edduuka you go there. I think also Sheila Gashumba, what did it? Sheila Gashumba must have also done. Now, do you have a birthday list?
It's a dictating. You know, get a jugular on the attack of the Ayatana.
Katwashe nange siteka ko byenjagala.
Mat.
Bera njagala nga eya Dodo oyagigula kati etaggwako.
Anyways.
Nekola manyo gange ngabera white. Bangambye.
Bina tuandilira omubendi nebanange.
Thank you kubalaba. I was supposed to talk about the other place where we were.
Like Gaucho.
Gaucho, yes. Gaucho.
We were actually to be on the cuts. The cuts naga to kugera ku Gaucho. Gaucho. Ogambe abanja.
You're busy Gaucho.
10 years.
When no sir.
Bokulayo chimusango. Naye duse dwaliro. Kati gobera.
but it's where we have one of our Rotary clubs. Meeting where we fellowship from. Every Monday, we club
even the place is big, the ambience is good. It's in a conference. Yes.
My dear.
Meat.
Which meat do you always eat? Goat's meat.
Goat's meat. I haven't tried out goat's meat. It
was a platter.
You should try out
different meats. That meat's a good one.
I also want to try out crocodile.
They have crocodile meat. You can also, they have snail.
Okay.
So that is goat.
Then I can try
an alcoholic drink. Water meat drink. Different things. It's like a cocktail.
Cocktail. Yeah, that is the word I was looking for. Cocktail.
Non-alcoholic.
Syrups is
bano ebyawooma ninga niko kulya nga ninga alaba ddodo nga balinga babine nga ddodo banaye bampadde omwenge so nese zisobola okukola ki
alcoholic. No, I think the sweetness of
the sweetness can make me
adrenaline. Omanyi bagamba onya sukali mungi olusi obera tu
banange it was nice ate nenywesa mululu aroma and then the taste was muzuri.
But what drinks of it? Ever tasted their juice?
No.
You just what?
Water? I was actually there once because the club that sits there is not my club.
Oh, you just went.
I visited that specific club.
So next time to Jakuta Lagos, they have a lovely, the ambience is amazing, and then they have bands every
Saturday.
But it's a kind of band. It's amazing. One way or the other.
My dance.
Dance, yeah.
I don't know. Amazina aganyumira mu ntebe inawe. Banaye gabula. Gino emikono gino babi babita n'ekiwato ogenda okulanga kigaana okuwa watering ekigaana.
Yes, and then the beauty. Mwaba abatayagala nga mugaba the traffic is too much. Even I don't drive on that side. You can always order. They're actually on Glovo. So you make your order and they always deliver on time.
Nobody Kampala?
Yes, nobody Kampala. You just go Glovo, no, that gaucho grill.
Yeah.
You place your order. So can you try them out? Tugenda ku solution era tusembedde abasaba kanga kuyingira n'abasaba tubajjukiza obeera era twasambayo abazungu nno. Nejo wano twalabye omuzungu. Netoyogerawo wano kubanga tojja kuba bigasi. Yes, gaucho guys, gaucho. Gaucho grill, no, so guys, don't forget bwebaja. Binayitibwa bwebaja. Binayogerawo.
Bwebaja. Njogedde nga gwe kyogedde. Gaucho bwebaja. Sawa Vic. Celeb ku X. Bannange badensa bannange namuhostinga n'afuuka ensonga ku social media. And I try to get her and because she's a midwife, so badensa abuze kuba tulaba ku Love Life. Then atweyanjulire.
Thank you.
Yes.
My name is Victoria Daylin Namuru. Most of my social media accounts have Victoria Daylin.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm a midwife, registered midwife. I started with a certificate in midwifery. I went for a diploma. I look forward to a degree. Still in midwifery. I want to specialize more and have all the knowledge about it. But we learn every day.
Yeah.
I am currently not attached to a facility like a hospital. I'm basically into projects. Maternal health advocate for mothers' health, children, and I'm running an organization called Dignity Foundation. Dignity Care, yes. Where I am working with a team. Okay. We look out for mothers in a reproductive age, that is 19 to 45.
Okay.
50 years. Yeah. And we also look out for the girls' rights keeping a girl in school. We do projects like Father Girl, educating girls about menstrual hygiene and all that.
I think it's good. I've visited your social media platforms. Nendabanga, you're doing an amazing job. Like you educate people, though you don't talk, you just post something.
And I was going to say, because I know most midwife, personnel, can they be loud? But gamba.
Sini kwa mwana.
Uri mwangeja wechejo. Uri mtoi fire mtoi. Batugamba. Wachogeze mtoi.
Naliyo. Bane bakimulangira amakazi.
Kati wadawutwale bati togera tuli balimba.
So no, the reality is I think midwives abakuba abakyala. It must be the past generation. So it's really not common anymore. You can't pay your money.
They are soft, eh?
We are having mothers who are paying 3M to deliver. Omukuba you really? You know?
3M ogula bichizi.
Well, but something that we were taught by my former teachers is that when you're having this mother, she is unruly, unsettled, talk to her. Tell her the reality. That's what I've done in my past experience. You talk to this mother, please listen to me. When I tell you to do something, do it. If I said don't do it, don't. So trust me, I took Amboli Obudenga. Her conscious mind is still clicking. So it's not about mukubentinga ebatogera everybody tell
Yes.
Yamara kuba abachala
Ngambye. Ate abasinga nga bafaanana ng'abakanga baana.
But we really talk to these mothers. They pick.
Bangamba nze I imagine midwife abeera akanga baana. So nakiisa.
Bambi.
Naye kati nagenda okulaba gwe bwe nakukyaza luli ku radio nensanga ate foyiyo kamu. Akati ennaku zino tebakyayagala kukola gundi. Balinze tebakyayagala kukola gundi okunywa eddagala okwo. Ddagala kuyamba omukyala.
Okunywa eddagala.
Yes.
Oba when people hear okunywa eddagala beera lowooza bategeezezza bagenda mu akacupa because before I become a musawo that's what I would think. Maybe wabeerayo akacupa bw'otuuka ne bakugamba nywako. But it's a lot that happens. Ate something else that has prevented mothers not to go for antenatal.
Yes.
We don't do what we are supposed to do. Omukyala ajja n'omugamba omwana muwulira asamba. No signing up with papula no more, you know. Kati natuuka eka n'agamba ne bwe nagendayo luli yakwatako bukasibwa ati. So but if you really find the proper antenatal care procedure, you'll appreciate it and you wouldn't want to miss. Tulina services nyingi zetukola. Now with educating mothers bano buli wetwogera nabo n'omugamba kyabadde tamanyi oba kyabadde abuusabuusa. She will be interested to see you next month. Kati education in the antenatal clinics tezikyalimu nnyo. Ogenda otuuka olumu education ewedde oba she's still talking about the same thing kyewawulira luli. So people just get forward and look it, but we have a lot to do with mothers in antenatal.
So bwe twali ku gundi bwe twali twogera ku antenatal wagamba there's something that excited abali ku social media. Bu nipples. Okujjayo omukazi alina akabeere nga bazita batya zino nipples nga zaagwa munda, ennywanto nga zaagwa munda. Bw'osobola ozijjayo ne zidda kungulu. So ne bagamba naffe abatazaalangako tusobola okikola nekijja. How does one exercise that? Okubeera nga you can bring the nipple on top when it becomes pointed. Okay, akane kanyiza oba lwaki?
Anyway, the point, so some people just want different shapes and sizes. But here at the moment, what I meant, one that can breastfeed a baby. So it doesn't have to be really pointed, you know. I just meant like you're trying this mother to keep rolling them for that whole time. Whenever she's free, she's just seated there to keep rolling them.
As
so that they are not.
As the baby is breastfeeding.
No, we are talking about antenatal.
You
Yeah, you just keep, and by the time you're giving birth, there is something the baby can put in the mouth. That's it. So it's not about cosmetics.
naye kati nange wema njagala kano kabeere nga kali pointed nga bwe ndaba. Can't I also just be there and then nenkanyiga bwenti bwentyo?
Then now I don't know because wali mweri point cover inverted, cover inside.
Kabeera kali munda.
Cover inside is because of the pregnancy.
No, Alinzo Banga it's that yeah. It's
Okay, so how about those who breastfeed grown men? Talking about grown men country, whatever. Look what they buy.
Will he use that tongue to?
They use teeth. I don't. But anyway, I don't know.
So that one is specifically during antenatal for us to prepare a mother to be ready to breastfeed.
Naye kamala ne kasigalayo oba nera afterwards kajja kumala gaddayo.
Kuba kyasosigala nga ekikola.
Ekitegeeza naawe ayina nga tonaba kuzaala. Then that means bw'obeera ng'oli free. You do it for how long? For like
I can't say for how. Oh, like
how many for the time? Yes, time ebeera ya.
like 10 minutes nga nyingi batokoye, but every now and then.
Ofuna obudde.
I have time.
Ne kamala ne kavaayo bulungi. Kitegeeza kano ngenda kwongerako akange. Nkongereko. Bwe kaba kasigalayo then it means tolina kubeera ng'oli lubuto. Naye ate bw'oba kavaayo omwana n'ayonka bulungi lwaki ate abantu bafuna sowa? Like sores ku gundi, ku nipple.
No, that is different. It's just sores, really different. Having these sores, Amabeere, it can be like omukyala amaze okuzaala, but then tali kuteeka mwana ku bbeere. And then bw'amuteekako tamuteekako bulungi. Because when you see a nipple, when you are breastfeeding, you didn't have to put the nipple only. The whole part has to be on the baby's mouth. So at positioning eyo yekyasinza oleeta sores.
I'm imagining dodo. The whole black part.
No, like
Omwana
it's on the lip. It's on the lip of the baby.
The lip.
Yeah, it's on the lip. So abamu ayagala teeka kanipo kokka. Ekyawo sores ezisinga weziva. Olina okuba nga you're seated upright n'omulifting n'aba nga atuuse ku bbeere so si ggwe kumusanza bbeere.
Naye nga tebamu bafuna amabwa kati olwo afunye amabwa akola atya?
Afuna amabwa omwana tutandika ogga kamula so that you take some antibiotics. Amakerenda aganyiga amabwa negahilinga. Extracting the milk omwana n'aginywa netusooka netukuwayo some days for the sores to get okay. That's if it's very severe, otherwise those small ones
anti babeera
they
bagamba.
get okay.
Then ekirala ennaku zaka tuli mu mulembe gwa surgery. Turasobola okunconceivinga ng'akoze
Tummy tucking.
simanya bambajjamu karibu.
Wow. No, at that moment when you're doing all that, they section out your fat.
Okay.
It's a procedure that I haven't looked into. It's basically plastic surgery, but we advise. Omazozaala abaana bo nti nze njagala babiri, nze njagala bana. And then you go in for it. Because in pregnancy, we have this where muscles have to give way, the skin has to give way. So imagine you're having scars all over. Oral surgeries were done. So the best thing is just have the babies you want to have.
Then afterwards, n'olyoka okikola.
So if a slave queen is doing it now, nga tanazaala, ajja tuuka okwagala nga she's advised to find a surrogate.
Kadade kamufunza tuddaawo. Oyinza dodo asirise kati nze kantandika okubuuza ebyange.
Because you know what? Processing that. Yakufuna. Abakabakawo nga sibimanyi so I'm picking the conversation.
Kati nzire kanfunza andi abayinza okugamba ye binange ebintu abitegeera kamufunza kadodo oyinza omubuuza kamufunza okamanyi.
No. Many lwaki kamufunza ati babyogera but basically you had said what it was ask her first. You wanted to ask her after that?
and
about because you said when you complained.
why
you get for once.
never yomba
And I was like, okay. So
I remember giving her a call. I'm like, the message nange people are not going to get it.
and the elasticity wamba yatugamba nje ndowoozaala ennyo
shoni ne bagamba bina
wamma yagamba nti nno nti bw'ozaala ennyo obeeranga yozeza empale n'oyambala empale n'ojambala nyo nembala nevaamu pulastika nenzijukira edda ng'empale zaffe zivaamu pulastika netandika okubeera ng'egwa n'osiba so nebayomba so kati what did you mean like we were talking about I think abakyala aba overbleeding kati wali otegeeza elasticity eno ey'obukyala ey'annabaana oba byombiriri
So when
I imagine the chipalenga chiwedemu last.
So I think I want to give a simple example of Navana. It's like a funnel where but a funnel so this downer part is usually where we call the vaginal walls or vulva or vagina. You know,
okay.
But I really meant the walls of the uterus. Navana. Because they are the ones to contract back, to go back to that tiny form, just like a fistula, So when you overdo it, the energy for the mechanism for it to go back to like a small shape can fail. That's what I meant. It wasn't where the man uses what
oli n'agamba nga ffe mama ng'azaala abaana 12 oli nalyoka mugamba neera kirabika lwaki baafuna side dish.
I strongly believe you can find a woman like with 4 babies now she's tighter than someone with 1 or 0.
True.
How? I have to be confidential, but I think this is normal. Like when a midwife is doing this, you can feel tight muscles. Someone can have like 2 babies. And then you find someone who has come for the first baby, they had time to, Not about babies, my listeners, our dear listeners, it's not about that.
It's about someone's work.
So, it's so over frequency. Over frequent kwegatta. Gonga mwami goinanga munene muzibu.
I really can go deep into that, but I think the same way we are built different, that someone has a sagging body.
Yeah.
Have you noticed? I'm just giving an example. Someone can be there and the skin and the flesh is just saggy.
Soft,
And then you find someone who is just tight.
Oh, yes.
We're having layers of muscles inside there. We have one that is specific for Kudawa and all that, but it's your body to decide to do it the way it's doing it. So it's basically nature.
But okay, but what to know leader? Conceiving and having frequent sex. Goloza which one? Esobola okumala elasticity oli nabeera mukazi once.
Being a midwife, I will.
No, I'm just imagining. Nakwa waliwo abantu abamu abagamba oli nagamba wayitawo trader nagamba wayitawo kati gwolowooza
I think when it comes to midwifery, giving birth does not contribute to kunanuka ko. Not really.
It does.
Because this baby passes, and you even, I think up to today, however much I'm a medic, I still ask God how. And you look at this baby and you look at where it passed and you say, wow. So trust me, it's not about giving birth. You can go have your babies, it's not really about giving birth. But for the sex bit, I have no idea. I don't know.
So she doesn't have
No, I'm like simanyi oba kisobola contributing.
So check out having abana kubi it doesn't determine whether nabana jakuba elastic or ejakuddawo oba tejakuddawo.
It determines the nabana, but it doesn't determine the vaginal walls.
Oh, kati
like
when you was abana kubi nabana inzo kugaziwa. That's what I'm trying to
and you overbleed.
And I overbleed. You have an advantage. Now, if vaginal walls, it doesn't determine that.
Yeah, it doesn't.
And then when Zala, so according to you, in your mind, not try to like estimation. Better fair if you're to say, but this one just estimation. I'm just saying. What do you think?
At most, in the two economy, to the basically science. If you're pushing them normally and you do not get complications, you're giving them in between years 2 and above. Yeah, 5 is okay, and it must be the most.
No more.
Yeah, please. Yeah, 5.
But check out my economy at least.
Economy would money. Someone might.
Or there was C-section. Rakana limanya ba C-section. Wakaboka iba Atunulide.
Never C-section. C-section. Even what they've been at. That whole thing of C-section. Do you guys determine it over? Some people say,
yes.
What happens exactly? Like
Omumbera munonya sente mu ba midwives.
Oba baba batanga bina chiyatadde corruption yembe elasticity.
Actually, there are people who think like that. So many girls think if I push a baby, the man will leave me. He might find my different.
Yes,
it's really not true. Then about people choosing Caesar, they really do.
Yeah, I'm told they do.
But we take our time to counsel you and tell you the repercussions, the risks, the effects. And you consent. And you consent. But we really try. You know, because we prepare a mother ever since we tumulaba day 1 to first month, second month of pregnancy. We shall talk about all your fears and we make sure that you overcome them with time. So imagine by the time you're 9 months and you haven't overcome that fear, then maybe, because we take our time to go through anything. You ask mom, what are you worried about? And sure, you talk through
because
it.
I'm told you these days when the these days one day when I was had down
oil gum nange noza gum
you need that to start saying it looks beautiful.
It's neat, it's very neat by the way.
But we okay, it's good that we have research technology, so it's better now. When you're examining a mother whose Caesar was done well, you might need to ask. No, you can see it. Yeah, you can see it, but if you're not so keen, it's very neat. But still, that is what you're seeing on top. But the inside thing is the normal thing. You wouldn't want it for your body.
section bit. So after I will say, okay, fine. Osobola kugwa waliwo eyagamba nti ogamba omukazi emyaka esatu before you get pregnant. Next year nakumonga woman, you don't know that you're damaging yourself. So I'm according to what do you think is the best time? I know we have different bodies, healing and text different. Ate ngabo ogambe ekintu kibeera mu ndeeyo kubanga olaba the effects of that muscles are cheap. According to you, what do you think that typically? What is the best? Giving yourself time like 3-4 years, no diagnosa. But then what would you recommend?
So we would the minimum is usually 2 years.
2 years.
2 complete years.
2 complete years.
We would want you to conceive ngomwana like second birthday.
When I'm 2 years, since on what C-section, I will never develop.
Yeah, but then the other problem we have with some of our mothers is that they forget that the next periods will not give you a sign and say that Doreen, I'll come in April. You know, you don't know. So as you're breastfeeding your baby, your peas might be ready, and they turn into a pregnancy. So we tell these mothers, when you're coming to immunize our baby during 6 weeks.
Yes,
we start family planning. That's why most of our facilities, immunization and family planning.
Everyone know.
Yes.
Not even call it exclusive or several.
Exclusive way, unless you're very sure you're not a working mom and you're not stressed, you're really a mother, which is not easy in this era. Yeah, long ago it was not easy because you have people around, but even just that housework can make you not breastfeed well, and you end up doing exclusive breast, like the other breastfeeding supplementary. So we advise 6 weeks.
6 weeks.
Like I wish we all put it in mind that 6 weeks. And the good thing, there is an injection and all that for a baby at 6 weeks. Ovayo, bakusomeseza the types, nolonda care.
Kati now family planning ono tasobola kukosa breastfeed amata okujja.
We have for breastfeeding and for nodes. So we are keen.
That is
government ayonsa, you give her the types for abayonsa. Yeah, government ayonsa, you give her all the types. So we're not too keen with the breastfeeding.
Clinic family breastfeeding whatever the baby. So it can actually affect the breast milk. So the last question for now, that's the session thing. We are getting family planning. Omanyi kuliomu ebisa bulala. Yeah.
Yes.
Waliwo egado bakulira. Waliwo abagamba bwa balimba. Koze tali family planning ekola oh parera. Bagamba se.
Abala bajamba ne bavamu ne bakonsiivinga.
Family planning genda funa olubuto.
Abantu bafuna ne menses. Ate nga like family planning mbano za
menses you have to go in.
Nende muna bagamba muno bamu bagamba muno tebalina bagamba family planning toyina genda mu menses.
Ate wabagenda mu menses you have to. The only
like family planning
is because your cycle has to go on. That's how you know that you are alive literally as a woman. You're supposed to go in your peace.
Anyway, but midwife
the only time check yakola mwali yali ku family injector plan. Yamugenda ko for some 2 years.
Injector planning. Kazimba wano. Kashowinga like bakabera wano. Kano ke bashowinga. Kakosikeko ka injector mama kashowinga wano obera n'obusale. Kabera ugo katu wano. Nere bantu bambala openi. Nere kabera wano.
Tekalaga naye bw'okakwatako okawulira. Naye so si kulaga tekazimba. But then the busale you say
busale
webakajjamu anti naye wakamweka you can't tell.
Yeah, you can't tell.
Naye busale obwo bubeerawo.
Nga bamaze ogijja
Abakajja
kubanga so kati yagamba after that pull it for like the next 6 months.
nga bamaze okukajjamu
afuna olubuto now for what she felt like she's ready, but she's ready for the next 6 months. Then afuna efuna omulala yagamba omulala yakozesa non-hormonal gyebagamba non-hormonal naye bwe yajjawo after whatever years ayina because I know you still go with because remember we have the hormones are a bit interrupted. But like a family planning go about 18, so you have next month and say 12, whatever. So you have to follow that cycle. So what do you do as like what you can kebera no ngamanye and ejo kuyambanga gwe oba mugaba strictly for you? This is standard. What do you
say to you? Yes,
what's it? I don't know, like
I just said I believe they're all affordable, at least they are really affordable. But I'll be brief a bit. With family planning, there is something we need to know is that they all treat us differently. The problem with us, oyagala ogende mu saloni nga bakusiba envidiyo okuzowa saloni akubulire kyagambye obuze neighbor. Really talk to a medic. They'll give you every type with its effects, I mean side effects.
Yes.
Omanye ziriwa zono handling, and then how we choose them okumanya nti enekolera ani. We ask for those histories. There are people who bleed a lot, even gaye obulamu bwonna ng'omuwala she bleeds for 4 days. Then someone will tell you to, then oli agambye nze mbuuka, then oli agambye may bleed twice a month nga gutandika nga gugwako nga gutandika. So we compare a lot to advise you accordingly. But usually most of these methods your body adopts within the first 3 months. Kati oyinza ofuna akayisa ako nekakuyisa si bulungi omwezi ogusooka, but then according to the history you gave me, I can tell you, do it again, you're going to get better, and indeed you keep getting better. Then about the person who bled a lot, I don't know if she was seeing a medic.
I don't know.
But when you see a medic, we have some tabs for you
to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, to stop it, and eventually your hormones regain.
They say ngono, it makes people cry.
Before I come to that, still you had said about the
Wait.
Yes, like what happens.
Science is science. There is no method that is 100%. They are really, even if they are 99.2, they are not 100.
Balinga gali mpichawa teri 100%.
And then in Chilala we get a lot of people who just wake up one day after noticing the sex is too much, then they want to go to a clinic, but they've not tested. Sometimes she has just had her bleeding, menstrual bleeding. Then no longer she has had implantation bleeding. Not even normal menses. Sometimes she's just having normal menses, but she had already undergone ovulation. When we give them these methods, we tell them, give it 7 days. No more condoms. Give it. It's not going to work immediately. There are those that work immediately and others that don't. Kati natu kayo nata uliliza. No mkama let you take this condoms. Na he will withdraw. And then.
Withdraw ya dodo. Najigira ku withdraw. Dodo yangamba withdraw ku najigira.
It's a lot. It's a lot of.
How do I tell my man goodbye to Natulina? Whatever guy yambala gali mpitawa. How does that work?
No, if sometimes about that's why family planning is good if you come as a couple.
If you come as a couple,
if they hear from someone else, they can understand it better. When you come as a couple, it's better. We request that you come with them. Explain.
Nange.
Kati olina okuddayo mu convincing and so yangambye nnojja ennaku 4 ennaku 7.
Ati muli abaami abamu nga tebaagala gundi tebaagala obawulira ekigambo family plan.
Then okomekeze for 7 days.
Maybe kati bo
anti nga nebbirira kengamba
action ng'osooka ogenda okyalako ewamaama.
Ewa maama nkyale 7 days.
Plan compromising.
So sometimes before we take in people's, they're not going to tell you the whole story.
Yeah.
I know we have to manage because of your movies, so you end up accepting that it happens, like I said, but there are also many other incidences people don't tell us.
Dryness.
So, about that dryness, okay, how to connect it really to science? Our hormones. Like nga wetugambye nti zisataaganyizibwa mu family planning. There are these that go up, there are these that go down. So we have some methods that will push both hormones, but then we have methods that will push one hormone and leave the other. But all in all, we are looking for preventing pregnancy, right? Still with dryness, there's a hormone that makes a woman want sex. So what if it's the one we are putting down,
right?
And
that's why they say some they wonder why libido yabakazi once some of them pushing that sexual wound once.
But if you have some money and you can access some supplements, well and good. We have supplements that can still you make feel like a
that
woman,
is good.
even when you're on your method.
Yeah, that's nice.
Then
okay.
Then can somebody have sex? Then a guy's thing gets to the ring. Omusajja bw'obagamba mbuno oli ku family planning agamba mbuno akaweja abeera akawulira amaasobola otuuka yeeyo.
Nga bw'okyogedde obulungi nti omala mugamba ojje weegendereze gw'otagambye.
Kajja kawulira.
Kajja really.
Lwaki kawu?
When you look at the centimeters of a vagina, 7.5. Really?
Honestly.
7.5 abeera yenkana wapwaki?
I want us to find out together the length of 7.5.
You understand? Like,
and they two phones.
They're like, this I'm like, yo.
So it really need that. But when you tell them, they start imagining. Because this IUD we put, it has strings, it's true.
Yes.
But these strings they feel like a membrane. They feel like a skin. When they get there, they get absorbed in the chimanga meat itself. So first meat feels like the normal meat. So
it's 5.2. Ogambe meters, inches.
7.9.
7 centimeters, in centimeters. Ebera yenkanawa. Ekikiza wano bagayi batulimba katono lwaki atakamu katambula ne kavaayo.
Akazi akatambula ne kavaayo.
Mbono mukavaayo kakundi kakoyo.
There are ladies who we actually don't advise douching when you're showering and you put your fingers inside.
Yeah, that douching.
We don't advise it, but there are ladies who do it. Kati yennyina ayinza obbayo akakwatako.
Ate yo 7 centimeters akali ewala really.
The lady, when you're squatting, those centimeters reduce.
Yeah.
So you can squat and
they reduce.
yeah.
Kati then Dada talked about the weight. Why do the people increase in weight? Is that also an...
And the good thing about family planning is that I can take the same method and I lose, and she takes the same
And I gain
and
weight.
she adds.
Like why? My hormones?
Yeah, our bodies
They are
respond
different.
differently. So it's not a mass that I'll lose. It's not a mass that I'll gain. It's not. I can't even stay normal, like as if nothing happened.
Okay.
Okay.
So I see people. I saw a tweet somewhere that omugejogu tususe kubaana family planning. I was like, really? They are really blackmailing it. It's not true. I'm just eating too much pizzas and all that.
So speaking of weight, the issue I was thinking about
Yes.
there's some women who say that before you ever feel like when I give birth, you know, you have to at least lose weight and be like maybe your 60s, like pages, maybe 60s or 70s. So because if you happen to get pregnant and you're like 90 kgs, it's going to be very hard for you to chop off that weight. And maybe fat will be so hard for you. Some people will need surgery, although you should get back. And I'm like, so I need to first reduce weight. Is that true? Or still, we go back to the hormones and someone's body?
Yeah, we can go back to the body and someone's nature, but yeah, I would advise that before you conceive, you would lose because it's very hard to train a body that is already having something on top of it, which you call baby fat. So when you're having baby fat, it's now harder.
Yes.
That fat.
Yeah, so how about you first remove the natural one so that when you get the baby fat, you're only fighting with baby fat only.
It's easier to go back to your previous.
Yeah, babies can be a bit easier. But still, when you give birth and you watch out what you're eating, not these things of nakawela leso.
Anti mune wofuna amabeere.
That is the time when you lose and what you gain in the first 6 months is very hard.
Remember that's even a lie. Me, I know a friend who used to yenga ye budo balese bishimbu byenda abo bitimu babira no yanywanga flask ya buji na mazzi kosa
Agali warm.
Yes. Amabeere gajja.
Yeah.
So I think it's just eddaga bogamendo sabali bagala bakusoma
naye bagamba bweyagala kugamba bw'ozaala omulenzi n'omuyonsa bwakoza bwelwakumalamu gonna emmere. It's a myth. Then bagambye 7.5 is from here up to here. Lugalo. But they want a rule.
When you look at that whole thing, it's real.
And imagine, and that when it's not erected. Now take a erection bina. Chiche abagenda kujja mubyenda. Nini ngaba yayise wodda.
Naye waliwo abawulira. Waliwo abawulira nga bantu munega nga kati olaba nga wanatali ku erection kati ate bw'abeera olaba bwatuuka eri n'akakoona. Naye tebasobola kubeera nga benkana wano.
Okitegeera.
Naye waliwo
ababunno kale.
Anyway, it's a rare case. Naye wamma bw'otamugamba
Tamugamba lasobola manya most of them will say because wagambye kati ayagala kuimagininga nagamba I had because they say these threads become membranous like a normal membrane tekasigaleyo nga kawuzi nti aka silicone it becomes like.
Then they also told us nti omusajja asobola okumanya nti negase n'omuntu omulala ate g'ogambye mbuno obukyala buddawo vagina eddawo. So is that possible nti somebody asobola okuyitawo n'agamba wano olabika weegase nolina okubuuza anga lwaki omutunulira bwotyo
naye mmanyi eyo question enyuma nnyo nga omwami yagizeemu
kati bagwa omusawo otubuulira basobola omusajja yagamba mukisoboka
kati nze mba simanyi nze simanyi oli yaleseeyo ki oli kyanaasanga really I don't think
but I also don't think because waddawo olaba ku mutwe gw'omwana waddawo kati wano
kati abeera manyi sentimita we yazirese wagenda ozisanga
then ekirala nali nsoma I was doing a bit of research ku kiri kye wagamba nti wamala ne waddawo naye waddawo ddi and then when is somebody supposed to start now having sex with the partner ng'amaliriza okusumulukuka okuzaala because babeera wali starved togenda okulaba abamu nga bapasuse abalala kati mbadde njagala mmanye kitwala bbanga ky'okubeera nga waddawo ne wakwata because I don't think twamala yes waddawo ne wakwata naye tewaddawo okukwatira ddala maybe after a few weeks. How many?
Are we relating to okuddawo to the intercourse kubanga
intercourse n'okuzaala after
okuddawo ko someone pushed normally
yes
nga teyafunye wuzi balekasuka ne bamutunga we give it like 3 weeks.
3 weeks waddawo ne wabeera nga waddodo tuli
ku vagina like valve
ne wabeera nga waddodo
she's talking about sex itself.
No, I'm asking mbuuliza bali abantu bambi
I give it like 3 weeks. Bakutunze shall give you 6 weeks. Kisinzira ne wuzi zaabadde zenkanawo obungi. There are people who really, nayulika paka munda. It's different. But if omusawo teyakutunzeko yadde 3 weeks are okay. You can resume. Bwaba bakutunza 6 weeks.
So
This has happened all the time. It has happened and usually on our first babies it's hard obutapasuka. So I think maybe the competency of the midwife, the size of the baby.
Does it have to be 6 weeks or that's why we do 3 months?
3 months is for cesarean section.
3 months is cesarean.
Mama,
I used to give them 6 months, but no, with the current research that went on. Yeah.
So the man has to wait. Eshegeza ulinda 9 months. Nama na yongera kone 3 months. Anasobola okwegatta nga omwana ali munda bwamulaba.
It's very okay for a woman to have sex up to labor pains. Even when it's very okay.
It's very okay.
Very okay.
Have it. That's why the midwives
okumenya kuno mulimu kati now we are having an increasing number of single mothers. Ati oli munaye bwabanga oli yeegatta naye ate ne bamala ne baawukana nga takkiriza lubuto alina okunoonya omuntu anaamumenya asobole okuzaala.
The kumenya bit is it's culture. It's not true. Sex is not increasing the space where the baby will pass, no. But now, like in cases where we have mothers that we advise them to have sex. Why? The sperms of the man, the semen,
yes,
has something that can trigger labor pains. But it is not about kumenya, but it can induce labor. So if your months are going extra, we can advise you. You say with a man at home, please try this position or this.
So I'm imagining the stomach is big. So where does the man?
There are positions we advise. Do you know? Like, well, how can I say position? We call it knee chest. Knee chest. When you see knee chest, you understand it. Like the chest and the knee are down.
Knee chest.
That's this chest and the knees. She's sleeping down, but she's putting the bum up. So it's that. Yeah, maybe that one. It can do. And feel like sides. If the woman is pregnant and she's lying on the sides, even if it's very big, it's okay. So there are different positions. You know, yeah. So up to 9 months. So don't tell. So this man, because there are also fear.
Nange ne bw'aba nze ntya okoona omwana
Kati wakyanga olubuto luyitako ne bakugamba
munaaye awo tukikola awo munaaye okola osooka n'onywamu omwenge n'olyoka ogenda.
That's where single mothers come in. Why are you fearing? You're going to starve him from 6 months up to oyinza n'omala ozaala n'ogaana ohavinga the ladies who finish giving birth naye nga atya okukiddamu n'abeera starving omusajja. It's psychological. Their choice. So it depends on how patient your man is.
Then kumenya kizadde, what is that? Mpulira abantu nga bagamba kumenya okumala ekizadde. Like kumala kizadde pax bakiyita kiri kibeera kumenya then ekirala n'okumala ekizadde.
Kiriwo ekyo kikimu.
Naye kiyambako ng'omaze okuzaala bunomala ne muddamu ne mulina okumala ekizadde wempulira nga balina okwegatta.
I think those are sayings. I think those are also just culture things. All those are just culture. But they don't have a scientific
meaning. Omwana mbw ayinza okusoba kulende kusoba amma mbu oli asobola okusoba ku mwana. Yes, omwana n'asoba. When you cheat, like the man, when the man cheats, bomwana asoba.
Wow.
That's actually scientific.
It's not.
Ati ntegedde. Babeera balina kye bachangira abantu.
There are many culture things that are non-scientific.
Yes.
What particular exercises I'm supposed to be doing? Like, what about centimeters? And then about TikTok, 4 centimeters or 1 of 4 centimeters, whatever those are. So, they are supposed to am I supposed to do particular exercises prior?
Walking is the most common.
Like walk.
Yeah, walking is the most common.
That's risky a bit.
Gym, I don't know which specific ones they do.
Imagine bakola exercises when put it up. Physios, sorry. Are they the same? Continental, like bakola physios. Zabali embuto. Like now hospitals is seeing akatuzina.
Nega tuzitanke nga mu third trimester. Atunulide. But we are trying to prepare the bones to be a bit flexible or to aid the descent. But walking is the easiest. We tell mothers, but we have this balloon they use. You be like sitting on it and just rolling on it. They are different.
Then when the government babera walone eddagala eddala mbobo yagala osumulukuke natural delivery. Bw'oli obulagala we beesonsekeyo wansi simanya bala ne bakola bitya abantu bateeka wansi w'olulimi emmombwa.
Castor oil. Have you heard of that?
N'amunywa.
Castor oil simanya mbu ayambako okukendeza ku bisa simanya sila pepya.
Nakola ebifulu bayolera.
So I don't know if castor oil also works. Babitunda nanye for real.
I've also heard of those who sit in Namutulamu cooking oil. But have you had the tears I talked about? The good ones that happen up to the omuma gwa nabana. They happen with that. We have a way we turn it where the baby just it's not advisable. That baby must come. There's a mechanism we look for. The baby must come like bring the head, look up, turn left, remove the shoulder, second shoulder. No, she's feeling a contraction. She's not feeling that. God was merciful enough. But I mean, there is that mechanism we look out for, and it helps in many things. Molding the head, breathing to start. So trust me, natural. It must be natural. So when you start doing something for you to have this. We can switch you wano ku kitanda ng'olina genda mu theatre bakutungireeyo. So that thing nga bakikola, they should think about these other things. It's not really good. And then the bleeding as well. You might use those things. So because these walls are they have all these muscles, so we expect them to go back. Maybe because you use the other medicines and you made them okugaziwa.
Yes. Yes, taking a long.
They really undergo a lot of complications. So we do not advise anything.
Then kino ekyogamba abantu batandika okumira folic acid before. Bandoza folic acid mu bantu balina mumira nga bali lubuto. Naye kati now you've introduced something out. Bw'omuntu aba mufumbo ng'asuubira okuzaala, they should take folic acid.
So it was not introduced like very recent. I think it's like 100 years plus. But because our fans ate nekirala okubakwasa abakyala nti mufunye. And then to have
infertility yeyonge.
And then to have women who plan for pregnancy we are still lagging. Most of us tukwata idle. So but it has been there and we advise it because folic acid aids on blood omukyala okuba nga alina ebirungo ebimala mu mubiri okuza omwana. But the main thing atonda omwana, like amuleetera okwetonda mu butuufu bwe. If it's to close this backbone, it will close. Aleme kufuna kituli ku mugongo. If it's to close the heart, it will close. If it's to close the head, it like folic acid does that. So imagine you're conceiving and your body already has enough of the folate. So
and most people say it causes what? It causes constipation. So bayosayo and batabimirayo.
But if it's causing constipation, increase on your uraphages. Really? Why would you just eat it? Increase on your uraphages, those fruits, mangoes, cabbages. Do something about it. Take it. And then we have different brands. There is one I know whereby it's like a sweet. You can't even know you're taking folic acid. It's costly. So if you can afford, look out for the best brand. You have US, UK, Germany, Turkey, different. So it's not all about kanaka strip komilanga kaweke noni. I've seen different brands of folic acid. Please look for them, JC.
Then maybe what I can also ask. Bagamba nti ennaku zino infertility yeeyongedde ne bagamba nti abantu babafumbirwa ogenda kuwasa since tugenda mu God. One of the tests people need to do HIV, sickle cell, but they should also do a fertility test. That's true. I don't know. What's your take on that?
I think it depends on the partner you're having. If for your marriage is all about babies, if you're looking for a companion, and you go to a but if they found a woman Anna, you don't. Anyway, fertility, I think we've all seen cases, science changes and science is tricky. We've all seen cases, ngoli taina baby nenga taina chizi.
Yeah, sure.
So what if we go and you say I have the eggs, I actually have excess.
And they are healthy.
What will you say?
Sometimes
they've not looked at the environment in the uterus, the pH. Can I keep sperms alive once they get into me? Are we going to go through all that, really? So we shall stick to the normal package. banana, not fertility. HIV, sickle cell, syphilis, you know, and
Yes.
many other things, but fertility. If someone is having sex with you already,
Oh.
if he's looking for a surrogate, maybe. Ngakulimba mbwa akwagala kuwasa naye nga why would you do that? Anyway.
Kansabe ekirala waliwo yatugamba wamma mbu nsobola okugamba omuntu sizaalangako nga nina abaana nga bali wa jjajja so anti abasajja tebagala bakazi bazaddeko
ate abalina be batayagala abazaddeko nowadays kiri common
kati
ye alina omwana naye anoonya
atazaalangako kati nze
alekayo ani agenda omuwala
mbu wamma mbu kuno ku nipo yange kuliko mbu ringi simanyi nzenda kubeera mbu asobola okukebera nipo yange n'alaba ono yazaalako. That's what I said. And you remember, then you know one day we were interviewing a doctor, and then when the man said mbuku ring ku nipples, Dodo and I rushed to check our boobs. You remember that time? Like we rushed, but is it true? Mbono the rings show.
I don't think.
Okay.
We have stages of this black areola, that part in pregnancy. When I'm examining a mother, I can see now first trimester I expect it to look like this, second trimester I expect it. Never I on someone and it returns to normal. How would they be different?
Hey, it returns.
There is only one way. There is only one way we find out as about if someone has given birth before, not even giving birth, conceived before.
Yes.
Yeah, but physical reaching.
Conceived, I think. Okay, conceived, I think that is the word or something. But especially abajamule embuto. Oh, okay. All right then. Auntie, what ogyemu lubuto?
No, but it also depends. Ravamunga rabanga chi. Yeah, did it reach? And yes, they do it up.
No.
When I got there was a dagger whereby in that you can when you're about to push the whatever contraction starts, you can send it to the man. Another pain.
Give me 5. Never kisindika, never chikola.
No, there's a pax enough for that.
Yes, never gamambuno bachikola. Bwabajjajja basobola okuyamba. Muno obisindikira omwami.
Tukusindikira pax now. Next time.
Nenga kisoboka. Ekyokusindika ebisamu ne babisindika.
Spiritual kirabika.
Naye nga oli bwe nawerekera yali ali olubuto nga natandika okulanga naye mpulira ebisasi kulimpa nve wano.
When you're around here, you might be so ovamu empathy nodamu sympathy.
Bane nawulira cramps nangamba kati omunansi nagamba oyonna ebisa birabika bimukutte ebisaabyo ne batumuka ne baseka ne bangamba ngende eka ne ngenda. So I came back ngamaze okusoma.
So if you want the man to feel the pain, let him do that. Gozachi tebagala beerawo. Abeerewo. You can understand what you're going through.
But then they can't I think make love to you again. Abeera ati anti oyinza okufuna olubuto ne.
I think that is individual. Gwe mu kitundu guli gwe tugambye nga nkomyewo
So how do they get in touch with you?
Getting in touch with me is basically through my social media platforms.
Yes.
I'm active on my TikTok account. I'm active on my X account.
Yes.
Facebook, LinkedIn.
What are the handles?
Yeah. I use Victoria Daily on all accounts.
Victoria, like the name Victoria, then Daily is what?
Dailyn is DAILYN.
LYN, yes.
Yeah. So I use my real names.
Kubanga bonna.
Victoria, they come with your daily real life.
Yes. If you want to know people's real names, you go to their LinkedIn.
Hey, LinkedIn gives you the real name.
No, like we usually make an account there and you have to put your passport. It's hard for you to use. You can, but if you want to verify, you can't verify without.
Odo. Funayo kamu. Lwaki abantu babeera ku family planning? Barwawo kuzaala. Like how long can they wait? Mwaka mulamba months. Lwako bwajjamu kano akantu abeera expecting okonceiving. N'abamu barwawo. Alina kulinda ddi.
Anti methods za njawulo. Tulina eza affecting our hormones n'ezita affecting our hormones. Kati eza affecting our hormones, return to fertility differs. But we have those that are immediate. Whenever you're picking a dropping a mango, no 2 hours or so, you know what time. It's your body still to heal, to dilute it faster.
So your hormones, together, you're taking a longer time.
It depends. I've seen a lady who used to come for this injection. I was working somewhere and she would come like faithfully every 3 months. So, but she just forgot. You know, forgetting. Forgetting, I mean.
Yes.
She conceived twins. She just forgot. And then they have those and it takes like 6 months for her body to return to fertility. So family planning is individual, like really individual.
Sinjika nga kakola ku gundi ate naye kasobola okukola.
Are there those ones that determine that deformity of a baby?
That make the baby deformed?
Is it true?
No.
Value in life?
No.
Deformity of a baby.
But you imagine if someone would finish family planning and they take the folic acid very well, then conceive, we would have better results.
Yes.
But you find someone, ayagala akomerero, conceive the next day, expect a very beautiful pregnancy.
Yes, folic acid.
At least try to prepare, give it 3 months of folic acid, then conceive your baby.
Sobola okukebera DNA test mu lubuto.
Pardon?
Sobola okukebera DNA ey'omwana mu lubuto.
Yeah, very
Besita mukosa.
Yes.
Naye bannaye ng'olwo lwonna.
Technology.
Asobola. And you do.
I had it, yes.
So that you have the right man in labor with you. Ajawulira ebisa nga yeyo yennyini ayeetaaga biwulira.
Kikisamba baliwo mama
Yeah, they use the fluids because those fluids have what they want.
Okay.
Alright.